What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel here. My name is Tyler Davis. In today's video, we're going to break down this Monday Night Football slate. We actually have two games on this Monday Night Football slate. I don't know why they did this again. I'm glad about it. I'm excited about it. Two pretty good games, too, I would say. So we got Buffalo going up against Atlanta. We got Chicago on the road against Washington here. We're going to go just game by game, kind of talk about the best plays. Obviously, you can utilize these. Normally our Monday Night Football videos are showdown, but a lot of these plays you're going to be able to utilize on a showdown. And I'll mention some like rules and tactics that you can utilize just for showdown specifically. If you do enjoy this, make sure you are subscribed. Check out the Patreon down link in the description below as well if you want my true best plays for this slate behind the paywall. Make sure you like this video. It helps me out so much. Any questions, as always, comment down below. Reach out on social media at TDavisBrand. All right. Start off here, Buffalo Bills at the Atlanta Falcons. Obviously, Falcons defense is really, really good. They're at home, but it's Josh Allen. I mean, it is Josh friggin' Allen. How do you not play this guy in all formats? I think he's the best play on the slate here. Jaden Daniels might have something to say about that, but Josh Allen for quarterback is the guy I go to. This guy probably going to win another MVP. Some of the guys will be in the discussion, but Josh Allen, tough loss last week against the Patriots. I expect a big bounce back here on the road against the Falcons. Like I said, I know the defense is good, but Josh Allen is just too good, and he can get it done on the ground as well. He's been over 50 yards twice on the ground, 45 yards, and he has that rushing touchdown upside, so you want to get Josh Allen in all formats. At running back, James Cook, this guy's been outstanding. A real down week against the Patriots last week, only 15 for 49. I expect him to bounce back as well. They're going to want to utilize this guy much more. Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, going to get James Cook much more involved here. And I want to always see him involved more in the pass game. I know they rolled Ty Johnson out there as like their third down back, pass down back, but James Cook is the best weapon they have out of the backfield. They gotta use this guy way more, in my opinion, on third downs and in passing situations. So James Cook, probably the second best running back from a pure, fantasy point projection output. Obviously behind Bijan Robinson here. Love James Cook. Then the Bills receivers, it gets a little bit tough, right? They run this true rotation. You got Keon Coleman, who plays out wide. Khalil Shakir, who plays in the slot. Then they kind of rotate Josh Palmer, Curtis Samuel, Elijah Moore. We even see some Tyrell Shavers rotate in and out. So if I'm playing this, whether showdown or classic, I'm setting a rule here where I'm maxing two of these receivers. I do not want more of two of these Buffalo Bills receivers. I just don't think they can all get to their upside in this specific game. Excuse me. So Shakir is obviously the safest option we have here. He plays the slot for Josh Allen. Very safe, low ADOT type of player. 9 targets last week. 6 catches on those 9 targets. 45 yards. Had a carry as well. If he gets in the end zone, of course, he pays off his salary. But the role is always really safe with Khalil Shakir. Now, you get more big play upside with a guy like Keon Coleman. We saw it in week 1. 100 yards receiving. Got the touchdown. Last week, catches a touchdown on 7 targets, 23 yards. But the touchdowns what are important here for Keon Coleman. I definitely prefer Shakir for the safety, but like I said, you can rotate Coleman, Josh Palmer, who we haven't seen much from yet. I'm still waiting for one of those Josh Palmer, just somewhat decent games. Only 3,600. This is a great value spot for him. And you got Elijah Moore, who'll rotate in and out. You got Tyrell Shavers, who will rotate in and out. And you got Curtis Samuel, who kind of play the slot as well. Do some gadget stuff here. He did get your touchdown last week. So, like I said, I'm setting a rule here where I'm maxing 2. I'm probably maxing 1 of like Palmer, Samuel, Moore, and Shavers if I'm playing them in large field tournaments, whether it be showdown or classic. Then you got the tight ends. They run a lot of 3 tight end sets now with Kincaid, Knox, and Jackson Hawes, who's, more out there to block, but he has caught a touchdown this year. Same thing with Dawson Knox. More out there to block, but he will catch a few passes. And then you got Dalton Kincaid more as the pass catcher. He is a little bit banged up, so that's something to monitor. If Dalton Kincaid were to be out, that would really open up Dawson Knox and a little bit of Jackson Hawes as well. I'm probably setting a rule here where I'm maxing one of these Buffalo Bills tight ends. All right, let's go to the Falcons now. Michael Penix here at home looked much better 2 weeks ago against the Commanders. Obviously coming off a bye right now in this home matchup against the Bills, but looked really, really good against the Commanders. Threw for 300 yards. I think this Bills defense is a little bit exploitable. I don't think they're as good as they have been in years past. I think they're a little bit older, especially in the secondary, where you can really take advantage of them. Now, do you trust Michael Penix? That's always the question here. I don't know. Just from what we saw in week 2 and 3, probably not. But what we saw in weeks 1 and 4, yeah, you might want to trust him. So I think he's worth GPP consideration. You can easily double stack him here with Drake London, with Kyle Pitts. You can even throw Bijan Robinson if you want the full onslaught here for the Falcons. Run it back with some Bills like James Cook or Khalil Shakir. No Darnell Mooney out too is going to open up a lot of these guys. But yeah, Penix is fine as a tournament option. Then you got Bijan Robinson, of course, the GOAT. This guy is just unbelievable. He does it running the ball. He does it out of the backfield. I'm trying to play Bijan in every format if I can. I know the price is a little bit expensive, especially if you want to play like Josh Allen, Bijan, maybe like a James Cook, Krosky Merritt, who we're going to get to on the Commanders. But it's going to be tough to fit all these guys, but I do want to try to get Bijan in as many lineups as I can on this slate. Then you got no Darnell Mooney, so that opens up more opportunity for Drake London, who's been outstanding. 8 catches last week on 10 targets, 110 yards, gets in the end zone. I think he can do that here against the Bills. Like I said, Bills secondary does not really concern me. They're a little bit older. They play that bend but don't break style where Drake London can really eat on some underneath stuff. Now, who's going to step up for Darnell Mooney as like that big play threat? You know, Ray McLeod. Maybe we see some Casey Washington. Maybe we see some Khalil Hodge. None of these guys really excite me, if I'm being honest. They're going to be out there for some snaps, though, so in large field, I think they're worth keeping in your player pool. I definitely would set a rule here where I'd max one of McLeod, Washington, Sills, and Hodge. I think that'd be the 4. I'd love to see Dylan Drummond get out there or Nick Nash. These guys were good in preseason, but I don't think we're going to see that. So like I said, I'd probably set a rule here where I max one of them, and then maybe a little bit more Kyle Pitts with no Darnell Mooney. He's been pretty solid this year. You know, over 7 fantasy points in all 4 games. Can't really say that for Kyle Pitts the last few years. And then 18 fantasy points 2 weeks ago against the Commanders, catches a touchdown, 5 targets, 70 yards. Kyle Pitts would be one of my staple plays at tight end on this slate. This is a quick timeout to let you guys know that I've been a pro DFS player for over 5 years and have over $100,000 in career winnings. And now I'm giving away all my secrets, which you can check out at patreon.com/tdavisbrand. The link is also in the description below. It's going to give you a cheat sheet for every major slate of the NFL season. So Thursday Night Football, Sunday main slate, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, all the major slates, whether it be Showdown or the regular classic slates, you'll have access to my cheat sheet, as well as access to my private Discord where you can ask me anything fantasy football related. And I also have a NFL DFS ebook, How to Win at Daily Fantasy Football. It goes over every strategy you would want to win some cold hard cash this upcoming NFL season. We talk about things like bankroll management, contest selection, how to win GPPs, cash games, etc. So sign up for the free ebook down in the link in the description below. Let's go over to the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. Now, on the road here against the Commanders. Commanders defense is good, but they haven't been as good as we thought this year. Caleb Williams obviously struggled a little bit against the Raiders. 200 yards passing, did get a touchdown, but we saw against Dallas was a real breakout game, but we know Dallas's defense is terrible. I do think the Commanders' defense is better than Dallas. So I definitely prefer Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels at quarterback. I do think Penix and Williams are worth obviously playing in GPPs. I think I kind of lean Penix, though, for the cheaper discount. Let's go to the running back spot here. A little bit of a committee going on with DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monaghanai, the rookie. DeAndre Swift is obviously the lead back here, who's been catching the ball in the backfield as well. 6 targets in that game against the Raiders there. 4 of those caught for 22 yards. Swift is a good play here. He's probably 4th. Yeah, he's probably my 4th running back, though, because I do think I like Bijan, Cook, Krosky Merritt, then Swift. But I do think Swift is definitely in play at that price tag of only $5,500. Then you get Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, Luther Burden, and Zacchaeus here. They kind of rotate Burden and Zacchaeus as that 3rd receiver. You got to think Burden's going to start playing more and more, though, because I think there's a chance DJ Moore could be traded. They just haven't found a way to utilize DJ Moore to the best of his abilities. Still waiting on Ben Johnson to do that. He hasn't been terrible, but he's just not worth his salary. He's not playing like a number 2 receiver right now, mainly because Rome Odunze has been so damn good. This guy is an absolute stud, the number 1 receiver right now for Caleb Williams. So if you are playing Caleb Williams, you got to stack him with Rome Odunze and don't think twice about it. You have to do it. Then, of course, you can throw in a second option, whether it be Zacchaeus here, who's been okay, low A-dot stuff, playing in the slot. But if he catches a touchdown, which he hasn't done yet, he's going to pay off his salary at $3,500. He's playing a good amount of snaps. So you probably want to throw in another one of Zacchaeus, Burden, or more with Odunze. Definitely would probably max one of more Burden and Zacchaeus. But you can also go with Cole Kmet, who's relatively cheap. And if Colson Loveland is out again, which I do believe he will be out again, we have to monitor that, of course. And Colson Loveland has struggled. He hasn't looked good yet. I think he's going to be out, and that opens up Cole Kmet as another value tight end here at only $3,200 that we can easily throw in our Caleb Williams stacks. Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels returned last week, and he looked really, really good there against the Chargers. They get a big win, 27-10. He didn't have to do too much. Only had to throw the ball 26 times. He ran 8 times for 39 yards through 1 touchdown. So the fantasy output wasn't like massive upside that we can get from Jaden Daniels, but it was good against the Bears here. The Bears defense is not that good. I think Jaden Daniels can reach his upside. I love him on the slate. Only 6,900 too. I feel like that's a discount on Jaden Daniels. Then at running back, you got a little bit of a rotation. Chris Rodriguez, Jeremy McNichols, and Big Bill here, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt, who had a breakout game last week. 14 carries, 111 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Also 2 catches out of the backfield as well. You love to see that tough matchup against the Chargers. He can easily eat here against the Bears. I think they're going to start trusting this guy more going forward. I do still think you'll see Chris Rodriguez mix in and out there, first and second down for some carries, and you'll see McNichols play on third downs. They trust him in pass protection. But no one has the upside like Crosby-Merritt has in this Washington backfield. Love him at 5,600. He's one of my favorite values on this slate. No Terry McLaurin once again here, so Deebo Samuel becomes the alpha. He's a little bit banged up, though, so we got to monitor that status. If he were out, then it's going to be crazy. You got no Noah Brown as well. You get a rotation of Luke McCaffrey, Jalen Lane, Chris Moore. If we get no Deebo as well, I mean, you got to look at Luke McCaffrey here. They use him on kick returns. You got Jalen Lane, the rookie, who has some explosive speed and upside, but we haven't really seen it. You got Chris Moore, who kind of just is out there running cardio. He doesn't really earn targets. It's going to be tough to trust any of these receivers. They will have some value, though, at these cheap price tags that we have to take an interest in. If Deebo's out, I'd probably set a rule where I max 2 of McCaffrey, Lane, and Moore, but they're definitely all going to be in play. But if Deebo were out, that would give me the easiest value tight end play of all time, Zach Ertz. This guy just plays so much better with Jaden Daniels. I know we didn't see it last week, but they had a huge lead. They just were running the rock. There's no Deebo Samuel in this game against the Bears. I'm firing up Zach Ertz in all formats here, locking and loading him at that $3,600 price tag. He'd be the number 1 receiver for sure for this Commanders team against a bad Bears defense. So that's it for the week number 6 Monday Night Football slate. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out all the week 6 videos as we head into week number 7. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and give this video a like. I appreciate it so much, as well as subscribe to the channel here on YouTube so you can check out all the videos that I have to offer.